Hey guys, welcome back. John and William, we're the Southern Beer Review. We are back after a 3 or 4 month absence because of how busy we've been to our favorite brewery in Birmingham, Birmingham District Brewing Company. We are outside in their outdoor space on a hot day, so it's nice and cool under here with the fans going. Today we are going to review for you the Birmingham District Pecan Lager. But before I talk about the beer, John needs to give you a little summary of what happened in the last video.
If you watch our videos closely and to the end, you may have noticed that the last one cut off as I was talking about the Blue Ridge Parkway. And what had happened was William and I were sitting in the very hot sun on I'd say 96 degrees in the shade kind of day.
On my side yard.
And my phone just overheated. So keeping to our tradition of never doing a retake, never doing edits, we just rolled with it.
So when you watch the video on the last Idle Hounds beer, the Oreo cookie stout,
Yep.
it's going to cut off near the end, but you'll get the gist. So again, this is one of my favorites. It's a Vienna style lager.
Beautiful color on
Beautiful
that.
color. The pecans that are used, especially for you from here in Alabama, are used from Priester's Pecans, which is down right off of I-65, kind of near Greenville. If you're familiar with South, those Montgomery natives like we are will know where that is.
Yep. And didn't we have a priester that used to work at our high school?
We did. I don't know. I don't know if there's any relation.
I think she was.
Might have been.
I think
Yeah.
she was of Priester Pecans. But anyway, that's another story that most of you won't understand, but a few of you might.
we're doing a beer that we've both had. It's kind of hard not to go ahead and rate this.
And this is a really good beer on a hot day.
It is. My favorite thing about the Pecan Lager is there's a roastiness, but it's not overpowering. Number two, you can definitely tell it's a lighter lager beer, but there's just ever the slightest hint of maltiness.
Yep.
That almost gives it a darker beer quality, clearly, as the color suggests. Does that make sense?
Yeah. And it's a sweeter lager. There's that pecan kind of flavor kind of comes through with a little bit of a sweetness.
Right.
Perfectly balanced, in my opinion.
It's a staple here at the district. I don't know that you call it flagship like Lose Your Way or some of the other ones, but they do brew it every spring
Every
and
time
summer.
we come, it seems like they got it here, and
During
I'm
the hotter
likely
months,
to get
for
it.
sure.
This and their Pilsner are two of my favorite offerings they have. This almost, if you can imagine a good amber ale kind of squeezed together with a light Pilsner, that's kind of what you get with the taste, I think. There's a sort of a caramel quality.
As I've mentioned several times in our videos, I really, in my older age, have grown to where I really like lagers. To me, this lager gives you the best of just about everything. It's light, it's smooth, there's some maltiness, it's very flavorful. You almost get hints of several. You get a hint of a lager, you get a hint of maybe a pale ale, you get a hint, an amber, a red.
Amber.
And so it's definitely a lager. I don't want to mislead you, but it's almost 4 or 5 styles of beer in one, but it retains its lager quality.
Yeah, which is why it's so brilliant, I think. It's very balanced, but it goes in a lot of different directions without really falling into a trap of being too much of one thing, which to me makes a great beer. I'll say this, the older I've become as a beer drinker, the more I tend to appreciate balance in a beer than I do when I was younger. It's just like, give me the hoppiest thing you can find. And while I still enjoy a hoppy beer from time to time, I'm much more likely to seek out beers that I find a little bit more nuanced and balanced now.
Right. Yeah, that's well said. But again, we're at the district. This is our, we did the Magic City Brewery Trail. We've made no secrets about the fact that this is our favorite. Every style of beer they do is great. And we just thought we would come down here and bring you one of their staple beers.
And we are not actually in jail right now.
No.
The bars behind us make us look like we might be coming to you from our prison cell, which we would do if we ever
would pass the time.
If we ever got in jail and happened to be cellmates together, we'd find a way to review beer. But we're just at the district. And what do you think on the ranking, William?
I'm gonna go again. I kind of had a ranking in mind because I've had this several times, but I'll go a solid 9. It's again, One of these days, something will hit me and I'll give it a 10. I'm just reluctant to do that because
Yeah.
there's nowhere to go from there.
Yeah.
But I'll go a solid 9 on this.
Yeah. I'm going to go just a hair lower than that, but not much. I'm going to give it an 8.5. It's a great lager. Very little. I can't say anything bad about it. Doesn't quite blow me away quite enough to get above the 9, but it's right. It's very close.
All right, guys. So again, this is Birmingham District's Pecan Lager. Come down here in the summer months while they still have it. Pick you up a 4-pack. It's definitely one of the better beers they brew. So 8.75, pretty good score right there.
Strong offering.
Yep. All right. See y'all soon. Thanks.
See you guys.